Hunting mule deer to me, I don't want it to be comfortable. Every time I'm picking up these tags and I'm hunting, I'm learning more about mule deer, which is why I pick up tags in places that people just don't want to go. I can hunt these same places year after year, and these deer then to me are just a little bit more special because you do have to put in all the effort to try to make a successful hunt out of it.
We climbed all the way up here today. Got here just in time. A giant snowstorm hit. And luckily, I had a bunch of dry wood right here. Got a fire going, and now we're just melting snow to make water. And then the morning's gonna be epic because there's a ton of snow outside. So we're here hunting mule deer in one of my favorite places. But we got another like 5 miles to go to the really good big buck spot. Put on my broken some eyeglasses so I can see. Oh yeah, that's what life was like. It's still snowing. I don't think it's gonna stop snowing. Packed up camp, and we're gonna go to the top. All the deer are up high. Higher you go, the more deer you see. So that's our goal today. Hike during the storm so we don't waste any hunting time. We've been hiking in a snowstorm all day. The thing I always like to say, most people are probably sitting back in their tent and waiting for a calm day to go move camp. That is the worst time to move camp because you're missing hunting time. It's the only purpose for toilet paper. Fire starter. Yep. That's why you bring 100 lighters. Moved a lot higher elevation. Kind of the area that I was scouting this summer. The only problem is I saw a group of guys on horseback packing out a really good buck. And it was hard to tell if it was one of the deer I scouted this summer. Congrats to them, but I really wish that was me. Here's what the outside world looks like currently. I kind of feel like I'm being really lazy right now though. This morning it was completely fogged in again and freezing cold. It's the downside of having a stove. You want to light it all the time and stay warm. All the horse traffic we've seen and all the human tracks that kind of stop way back there. And so right now I'm kind of all on my own up here, which is great. So like all these little basins, I can just take my time and pick them apart because we're the only ones up here. Just a matter of time till we find the bucks. I don't know, there's a lot of good terrain here, but I also like going more ridges over. We're gonna venture all the way down this ridge and pop over the other side. It's gonna be buckland. Just bucks everywhere. Guaranteed.
The biggest thing that keeps me motivated on a long hunt is just one ridge, going one more ridge further, going another ridge further. What's on the other side of that mountain? I want to check out every little corner pocket hidden area in the mountain. So just pushing in the next ridge, going further, going deeper, making it harder on myself, because I know there's going to be deer eventually. The harder I work, the more success I'm going to have.
I just spotted a doe bedded down in the wide open. And it's still pretty hard to see her, so it gives me reassurance. I gotta look over everything again. That doe is blending in really well, even with the snow. But we got deer. That's the main thing. Now I just gotta find the mega bucks that I thought were over here. Where are their daddies and grandpas and great grandpas? That's what I want to know. Plan for tomorrow. We're just gonna glass. The spot earlier we saw the does and that small buck in the morning, and then we're gonna go on a death hike and go all the way to the top of the mountain. Just saw the area that I really liked from scouting. Just see what we can find. Right now we found a lot of snow. It's gonna be cold, but we got a lot of dry wood in the teepee, and then we gotta spend the rest of the night melting snow for water, and this is powder snow, which takes forever to get any sort of water content. So we're on water duty tonight because we badly need some water. But it's nice because the horses can't come up here because of that water situation. So we're all by ourselves. Just gotta find deer. Set my alarm for, I think I set it for like 5:50. Somehow hit that button and shut it off. So here we are, way later in the morning. Missed all the morning glassing. Yeah, not too proud of that. So now what we're gonna do is just hike as far as we can go. Up this ridge, down the next one, and all the way up to the next one. So we're just gonna hike all the way over there and find the bucks, because we didn't find them this morning because you can't find them looking through your eyelids. Now, as you can see, we're in the clouds, so it's gonna make it real fun having hiked all the way up here, and hopefully it'll go away quick because I need to be able to glass. We are going to kill a deer back here tonight. I'm not hiking back up here again, so it's gonna happen. Just need to clear up so I can see. You gotta go where people aren't willing to go. Sometimes I question my sanity, though. Oh well. Another basin full of snow, so I'm not sure what to think about this spot, but I can glass a lot of country from right here at least, so we'll see. Otherwise I'll bump back over that side, but who really knows what to do right now. Eventually we'll cross off where they're not and then focus on where they are, I guess. In this general area, there's just not a lot of deer to begin with. So now I'm just hoping to find like the one buck that is in a basin. Seems like that's all there is one deer per basin right now. Just gotta find them.
You know, past failures I've had in my life of hunts that, you know, maybe I thought was too physically challenging, or the weather was so impeding of my hunting ability that maybe I called it quits too early and didn't have the type of success I wanted to. Now that I'm older and more experienced, I just know the further I push myself, my mental state, my physical state, is going to lead to some sort of success. Hunting deer in October is no easy feat. It's not an early season hunt. It's hunting timbered bucks in a time of year that is very, very challenging.
Another day spent glassing. At least we have fires because it's cold. So head back to camp, make a bunch of water again. Unfortunately, we still have a bunch of powder snow, so it's going to be a long night of making water with powder snow, but we'll survive. We'll survive. Another day, another giant snowstorm in the morning. Woke up, it was fogged in. Part of me regrets not trying to go out and glass, but it was super cold and I just couldn't see anything out of the tent. So we hopped back in, slept for a little bit while longer. But right now, we're in a new spot. We're gonna go up this mountain, down this ridge, and glass the exact spot where I saw all the bucks in the summer. Hopefully from that ridge we can glass something up. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. And maybe there's something across from there. So we're just gonna go for a hike, sit in the snow, glass for big bucks. Give it a go. The old college try. If you want to film about adventure and survival and struggle, this is it. I'm really getting good at building fires. And that's about all I've learned on this trip. I could even go for like a fork and horn right now just to glass a buck up. 10%, this is what they call 10%, snowing all day. Welcome to the mountains. Does it ever stop snowing? How to Survive with No Water by Brady Miller. P.S. There are no deer anywhere in these mountains. I think that's a good title for the film. You just got to go to the lowest of the lows so you can be at the highest of the highs. That's what we're doing right now. We're taking you guys on an adventure. And at the end of this film, it's going to be just all smiles. A giant buck just going like this. But right now, it's just an adventure film about surviving in the snow. That's why they call it mule deer hunting. I'm gonna make it my goal to find them. I ain't gonna give up. I ain't no quitter. This morning we decided to glass the basins right next to camp. Literally right below camp, like 300 yards. A little small 3-point. And he was actually rutting does. He's way too early, but I guess he's a little teenager and just wants to chase the ladies before it's his time to chase the ladies. A lot of elk, unfortunately. I don't like seeing elk in deer country. But I mean, we finally found a buck, but too bad he was just a really, really young 3-point. So, I don't know, we're gonna keep glassing. Find some bucks and not find elk. Yeah, first time I've ever used wet wipes on the bum. Very interesting. It worked. I don't know if I'm going to do it very often. Plan is check out some new country. So what we're going to do is go opposite direction to camp, go down another ridge system, and hopefully we find some spots where we can glass down this other basin. This other basin is another spot where I saw some smaller bucks this summer. Definition of insanity. Do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Do not want that. So we're going to go where we haven't been. New country. There's going to be just hundreds of bucks, guaranteed, everywhere. Gotta find a buck though. Shoot a buck. Does are on this ridge across from us. Pretty sure they're does. Hard to tell though. One's bedded with a bunch of like sticks behind it. Hard to see, but it's a good sign. Back into deer. Wherever raising the deer have just been right in our backyard the whole time. Say a good buck. 90. Rough blast did it really quick, but still find some brush. Oh, it's so hard. God, I love mule deer so much. Every single struggle up to this point. There were times I didn't know this was going to happen. First mature buck. Every day we've been grinding. Ridge after thousands of feet up, freezing in the cold. I can't believe it came together. I cannot believe it came together. Just like that. That's a sweet deer. Oh man. Thank you. Thank you, Buck. I think we're calling him Captain Hook right now. The way this is kind of flaring off is what I noticed right away on him. Just a sweet old buck. Big Roman nose, just absolutely amazing. I say it all the time. I absolutely love mule deer. Places they call home, where we just, try to survive, and they're just thriving out here. Super, super cool. Couldn't ask for a better hunt. Man, I love this. That's gonna feel good. So I shot my buck at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's now 12:30 in the morning. Solid day. Solid day. Finally doing what I wanted to be doing this entire week. Cooking mule deer on an open fire. Crazy thing is though, it's actually sunny. It's not snowing anymore. It snowed every single day, except for yesterday. And yeah, we're gonna have an awesome pack out, but it's gonna be pretty brutal. Long hike, a lot of weight. I think it's getting close. I'm just looking forward to this. Can't even concentrate right now.
The mountains to me are a place to escape daily life. I feel home. I never want to leave those remarkable places ever because it is my escape. Those moments you spend up there, and when you come back home, you do appreciate every little thing we have back here. And it just makes me, crave and look forward to this and think about mule deer 365 days a year. even though the hunt's technically over. The memories aren't over.